Hey, what's going on, Capricorns? Butch Tarot here. I'm going to do your August monthly read. It is a general read, so it may not resonate with everyone. It is for your Sun, Moon, Rising, and your Venus. For all you cross watchers, roles can be reversed. Always feel free to comment down below. And we are going to be using the Wild and Unknown Tarot. And with all that being said, let's get it. Universe, what do we have for Capricorn? For the Capricorns for August 2021. For Capricorn reverse. All right, Capricorn. So the first thing I see is there is someone coming in. Or at least I feel an energy shift. So it may be someone you already know, but I feel like things are changing for this person. Now, what I do see, and the reason why I get the feeling that it is something new, because we do have new love, but like I said, it could be someone that is already, it could be an energy that's already around you that has just realized something that they didn't realize before, but there is new love here. There's new feelings, there are new emotions coming to light. Now with this person, I do feel like this person is very concentrated on stability. That's what their ultimate focus has always been on. I feel like they're not the type of person that necessarily looks for love. Necessarily, I feel like it's someone that may even thought they didn't need it. But when we truly feel love, when we truly find love, that can change everything. And for this person, I feel like that's what's happening. I feel like they always thought of love as more of a burden. With that Five of Cups, looking at the negatives instead of the positives. Thinking that needing someone else or allowing somebody else some sort of control over your life is a weakness. And it's a misconception that a lot of people have. They feel like when they're in love and they express their love, that leaves them open. That makes them weak. They feel like allowing somebody else to have, some say in our life makes us almost like a puppet. And it's a very, it's a very pessimistic way of looking at things. And I feel like when it comes to love, this person was pessimistic. I feel like they always felt like they could do everything on their own. They didn't need anybody else. They didn't want to have anybody else that depended on them, or they didn't want to be dependent on someone else. And I feel like they never really gave, too much thought into it. Never gave a whole lot of effort into it. They kind of held back. And like I said, I feel like when they're around you, I feel like things are changing for this person. They're starting to feel that want, that need, like that they're not enough. Like being stable and concentrating on career or stability is not enough. It's not what it's about. And it takes that right person to come along to make us realize that. Sometimes we just need a kick in the ass and just realize that the reason why you didn't feel like you needed or want anybody else because you never met the person, that right person for you. And I feel like they're trying to ignore their feelings for you. I feel like they're all up in their head. They're trying to ignore it. But I feel like this person is very good at being successful. I feel like they're one of those people that strive for success. They're very goal orientated. But no matter how much they try to ignore this, they can't. This is the one thing they failed at, and they're starting to realize that the feelings that they have for you are not going away. That the Eight of Cups in reverse. They're not walking away from this. They feel something for you that they've never felt in a very long time, and if ever. Because no matter how much they try to ignore how they feel about you, they keep coming back to the thought of wanting to be with you. And as they start to open up, and as they start to finally let themselves be open to the idea of it all, that's when they start to see, I call it the ripple effect. Sometimes people think that they're successful, or they think they can do it on their own, until they meet that one person that changes it all. And meeting that person that we're meant to meet, they come into our life, and it's like that ripple effect. It starts to affect everything around us. We start to feel more. Other than the word of powerful comes to mind, and the reason why, I see this lion staring at me with that strength card. They start to feel that it's not all about work or stability. It's not all about that. And once they start realizing that, that's when you get this person finally opening up and being able to accept the love that they've been trying to ignore. And then they realize, being with that right person, that power couple emerges. And that you and them are on the same page. And meeting someone on the same page with the same sort of goal in mind makes us that much more, like I said, powerful. It becomes more clear that it's not a weakness, it's a strength. And they're starting to find balance in that. Like I said, they tried to ignore it. That failed. So plan B. And plan B is to finally accept what is in front of us. And that gives us balance. That gives us strength. And not only that, but they find emotional fulfillment. And you will as well. Being on the same page, we find getting what we want becomes easier. Sometimes we don't know what we want until it's right there in front of us. And once it is, it becomes very clear. And that's why this person, I do see them putting in the work, putting in the effort to make things successful. Sometimes we need other people, and they never felt like they did. They always felt like they could do it on their own until, like I said, until this all happens. And when they met you, they tried to ignore it. They tried to move on without it. They tried to, act like they didn't need you. But it's not about need here. It's about want. And that want doesn't go away. And now we can finally move forward. Sometimes when we meet that person, we try to ignore it. We get stuck. And I feel like this person was stuck until they realized that the answer was right there in front of them. Now, this is someone I feel like you're going to have a very long a very long connection with. You know, I don't see an end in sight. We have that family card. I feel like you're both wanting the same thing. I just feel like you are more willing to accept it. Sometimes the biggest hurdle in meeting that right person is because maybe they're not in the right mindset. And I feel like this person wasn't in the right mindset at first. You know, they felt like I said, they were very concentrated on stability. They were very concentrated on their goals, and they felt like it was almost like giving up on their goals by accepting the fact that there's someone out there for them. Some people think they can do it on their own. They think that right person isn't out there for them. That's because they haven't met them yet. Meeting that right person can change everything, and that's what changes here. You know, they tried to ignore how they felt about you, and they might even have tried to push you away. But that's not truly what they want, and they know that. And once they accept it, you know, that's when we can finally move forward. We have Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus. We have Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio, and we have Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. I mean, I just feel like this person's been doing it so very long on their own. It's almost like, you know, it's almost like when you're doing something like, you know, being a single parent. When you do it at first, it's hard, but then once you get a handle on it, it's almost like allowing somebody else in is just going to screw it up. Or when you're doing anything on your own and you learn the ins and outs of doing it on your own, and then all of a sudden, you know, it's very hard to let somebody else in because you already have it set up the way you want. You already have things going the way you want. And somebody else, the thought of somebody else coming in sometimes may be hard to accept because you're afraid that they may come in and screw it up. Like, it's been working so far that if somebody else came in, you know, sometimes you're looking at the negatives instead of the positives. And I feel like that's what this person was. They tried to ignore it, but there's no ignoring this anymore. They failed at ignoring it. That's what I have for you. Be good. Take care. Stay safe.